welcome back to Act 2 of Slay the Spire, the board game. Today, we are going to be going into the second part of our Slay the Spire run, which we started last week with the Silent, and now we're on Act 2. We cruised through Act 1. It was actually one of the better Act 1s that I think I've had in the board game. We removed, I think, 5 cards, which is just insane. So we'll go through the current state of the deck, mainly because I have forgotten what that is, because that was 7 days ago. So here we are. But yeah, I'm pumped. This game is so much fun, and so I'm excited to see what the additional challenge of Act 2 brings. So once you ascend to Act 2, enemies are going to get more challenging. And yeah, I was gonna say the rewards get better, but they don't really get any better. It's the enemies are just tougher. Maybe the events are, I don't even know if the events are even that much better. What would you say is more fun, this or Marvel Champions? I mean, like, they're very different games. I would default to Champions, but they're just wildly different games. In this game, it's a contained kind of experience where you're building your deck within the game, whereas Marvel Champions, you build a deck outside before you start playing, then you bring it to the table and you start playing. This is a one and done type game, so if you die, you start over from scratch, whereas Champions, that's not necessarily the case. So I would say that Champions is the game I prefer over this one, but they occupy significantly different portions of, like, the board game world. Yeah. We are playing a true solo game, and whenever you play true solo, you start with the loaded die relic, which allows you to, on a 4 or 5, get a block, or on a 6, we get to trigger another die, or not necessarily another die relic, we can trigger the loaded die again. We have the boot, so on a 4, 5, or 6, we deal 1 damage. We have a toolbox, which is once per room. We can do a -1 to the die result, and so we can change like a 1 to a 6, which is the only thing that we'd really want to do, unless the enemies have some sort of, on a 4, they hit really hard. So we can switch that down. And then Centurion puzzle, we get to draw 3 cards if we've lost health this combat. Then we also have this fairy in a bottle. Whenever our HP would become 0, instead we set it to 2 and discard this item. What's up, Dashibi? How you doing? So strong, I don't know if I would say strong relic kind of lineup. It's not bad by any means, but I would like to see, no, relics are just good. Relics are just pretty good. We did carry over 5 money from Act 1, and let's look at our deck. So we did grab the Adrenaline, which, like, I think this is, I saw a post on the Slay the Spire Reddit. It was talking about the video game, but it was like, what card do you never skip? Adrenaline is that card for me. It's never bad. You get energy and you get to draw 2 cards. On an upgrade, I believe you get to get 2 energy. Yeah, you get 2 energy, and so it's just never a bad. Holy cow! Brand just did a stream doing Loki, but playing 4 different single player groups. Oh geez, that's insane. Whoa, that's a lot of brain power right there. Got a survivor, which comes in our opening. Defend, neutralize, defend, strike. We got a dagger spray. An upgraded dagger spray is to 1/1/1 to a entire row. We got the dash, the 3/3. The cloak and dagger upgrade, 1 defense and 2 shivs. Got a poison stab, blade dance, and a crippling crowd. Yeah, I'm happy with our deck. I think the next upgrade that we're going to look at is probably going to be Adrenaline. It upgrades us to getting 2 energy here, but I could also see us upgrading a blade dance or a crippling cloud as well. So good stuff. I randomly set up the map, so the way that this gets set up is like they're like darker backed, and then just kind of pull them randomly and set them, and then lighter backed as well. We are starting down here at the bottom, and we are attempting to ascend the Spire. We do need to choose an Act 2 boss, the way that we do that is there are numbers based on a die roll on the act bosses. So let's see what we get. A 2, we're going to be taking on, I don't even remember. This is like one of the guys. I don't remember his name. Collector. That's what it is. We got the Collector coming in, which is going to be, I think, fairly good for us because we have the Collector summons a decent bit of stuff. And so we have like the dagger sprays. So hopefully we'll be able to take him out. And yeah, I think we're kind of just ready to, I was going to say rock and roll, but let's say lock and load. And where are we going? So I want to hit at least a couple of elites this act. One of the things in the board game during Act 2 is whenever you take out an elite, you get a card reward, but you also get to upgrade that card immediately. So there's a little bit more of an incentive for taking out an elite in Act 2 versus Act 1. And so that's kind of what we are looking at. So our elites are here, 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 here. So there's 4 elites. We could probably hit 2 of them if we kind of come this route. If we come up this way, we could hit 3 of them if we are feeling real confident in our abilities. Hitting the shop here is a little early. We do have 5 money. It'd be nice to be able to grab just a little bit more, maybe hit that shop, but then we do have this elite, but then we're missing a fire. We would only hit the final fire, and that's not really what I'm shooting for at this point. I think I want to hit this fire, this elite, and then kind of make the decision if I want to go for an additional elite or kind of go through events. And do I want to hit this elite first? That could be interesting. I guess I don't have to decide now, but let's see how this first fight goes. But I think this may be my route. Either that or branch off and avoid this elite based on how our health is kind of feeling. I love this game. Flick my crit. That's great. I really like the look of Slay the Spire. Thanks for playing this. Yeah, of course. I like choosing upgrades and building up. The fact that you do it during the game and between is it's a good time. So we start with just a normal combat here, which means that we're going to draw the top card of the combat deck. We have the Centurion. Dun, 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 dun. He has 15 health. Denotated here. And then whenever he comes in, he summons the Mystic. So let's go find the Mystic. Last card. The Mystic comes in with 12. Perfect. The Centurion, when the Mystic in this row dies, he strengthens and he can only take the bottom action. The bottom action here is going to be attack for 3, but he will be strengthened, so it would be at least 4. The Mystic, on the other hand, does on a 1 or 2, attacks for 2, and then weakens. A 3 or 4 strengthens all enemies, and a 5 or a 6, all enemies heal 3 HP. So I think we do need to take out the Centurion first. This is something that we do in the video game where you come across this fight, you take out the Centurion first, because if you take out the Mystic, the Centurion gets very upset and then kills you. So I think that holds true in the board game as well. I think it's a little bit less so, especially if you're playing like multiple players. I think if you're playing with 4 players, because the Mystic will strengthen all enemies, you probably want to take him out first. Yeah, we're gonna start with 3. We draw 5 cards. So we got a Poison Stab, a Defend, an Adrenaline, a Survivor, a Dash, and then at the start of combat we draw 2 more cards. We got a Dagger Spray and a Blade Dance. Alrighty, let's go. Let's roll the die. It's a 4, which means that we are going to strengthen all enemies and get hit for 3. On a 4, we can get a block from our loaded die, and then we can deal a damage using the boot. I think I'm gonna target this Centurion. I think that, yeah, let's do that. Let's go there. Alrighty. And we're off. We could reduce the die. I don't think I want to do that. Okay, let's play Adrenaline. This exhaust, so we get a energy and then we get to draw 2 cards. We got a Cloak and Dagger and a Strike. Okay. I feel like Dagger Spray probably should get played. We get Survivor here. We're only getting hit for 3, so Dash could be worth doing. MacGruber, Slay the Spire's back. Woo! Yeah, it is. But I think regardless, we're going to hit him with a Dagger Spray. I mean, that's 6 damage. So let's just start out and do that. We got a Dagger Spray. This little symbol here, the little flame symbol, that means that it hits the entire row. So each one of these is going to go down 3. So the Mystic goes down to 9. The Centurion goes down to 11. Just like that. Let's Poison Stab. So 1 damage and a poison. This exhaust. It doesn't do that in the video game, and it messes with me so much in this. I always want to just discard this, but this card in the video game doesn't discard. So he's going to go down to 10, and we're going to apply 1 poison there. So he's just going to consistently take 1 damage every single round. I still need to do some defense. And I'm looking at this, right? So I'm getting hit for 3. I would like to perfect block this. Ooh, actually, you know what? Another option would be is to only defend for 2 and then trigger our Centennial Puzzle and be able to draw 3 cards next turn. That allows us to throw a decent bit of damage their way. The other option would be, I think, just play Dash and hit for 3, defend for 3. Let's just do that. I don't want to. I hate taking damage. So let's go ahead and spend 2. We're going to play Dash and hit the Centurion for 3. He's going to go down to 7. And then we get 3 block here. Nice. Okay. End of turn. Discard our hand. In the enemy's turn, they lose all of their block. We're going to get hit, or actually at the end of my turn, he takes 1 damage. In this game, the poison does not roll off, but you are limited to 30 poison on a single enemy. So the Centurion goes down to 6. Centurion is going to hit us for 3. We go down to 1 block, and then the Mystic is going to strengthen everybody. So oh, that's a block. Mystic and Centurion get strengthened. Beautiful. We get some money back. We lose our block. We draw 2, 4, 5 cards. And we roll the die. We got a 1. We're going to go ahead. I think we're going to go ahead and toolbox this. I think this is better for us to have the defense, and then I think we can kill this Centurion on this turn, so we don't care if he's defending the Mystic. And then he's just going to heal for 3. So let's go ahead and use our toolbox to change this 1 into a 6. And then we have the boot deals a damage. That takes him down to 5. I have to do some math here. He's going to go down to 4 with the poison. Crippling Cloud will apply another poison and take him down to 3. Oh, do I not have lethal here? So he has 5. Okay, so we're going to trigger the boot again and take him down to 4, and then we should be good. Loaded the die, triggers the boot again. It could, or it could trigger it could trigger itself. So the loaded die, if I wasn't going to be able to take out the Centurion, I was going to give myself the defense rather than trying to do it. But now that I'm going to be able to take out the Centurion and be happy there. Alrighty, so we've got 2 to play Crippling Cloud. This is going to poison both of my enemies in this row, as well as weaken both of them. Weaken says that the next attack deals -1 damage, and then you remove a weaken. The nice thing about it is it does not roll off at the end of the turn. It is at the end of the next time that they take an attack, so that's nice. We've got a neutralize to hit him for 1, and a second weaken. And then we're going to spend 1 to strike to take the Centurion down to 2. And then that is going to be our turn. At the end of our turn, you take damage equal to the poison. So that's 2, which takes out the Centurion. Nice. Then the Mystic takes 1 damage. Oh. Good. Mystic, all enemies heal 3. He goes back up to 11. But at this point, we can take the Mystic. We reset. We're going to draw 5 cards. Now we just want him to like strengthen himself over and over and over again. That wouldn't be too bad. Got 2, 4, 5. We got neutralize, blade dance, dagger spray. What is he gonna do? He's going to all enemies heal 3 HP. Alrighty. So we'll neutralize here, take him down to 10, and then weaken him yet again. Boom. We will spend 1 to dagger spray to hit him for 3. He goes down to 7. And then we'll spend 1 to play a blade dance, where we get 2 of these shivs. We'll spend both of these shivs. They can act as just a single attack to hit him for 2 to take him down to 5. End of my turn, he goes down to 4 because of the poison. This is probably one of my least favorite enemies in the videos. Oh gosh, it's so brutal, right? Yeah, they can be super mean. He's gonna heal again, goes back up to 7, and we're gonna rinse, wash, and repeat. Hopefully we can just outpace him. The nice thing is he's only attacking us for a third of the time. Survivor strike, dash, cloak and dagger. So that right there is 5, 6. So yeah, he's getting pretty close. We got a 1. Oh wait, hold on. Did I roll? I rolled a 6 and I didn't trigger any of these, did I? That's on me. Need to make sure that I do that. So he's actually going to attack us for 3 -1. So 2, and he's going to weaken us. That's fine because we have a dash. We're going to hit him for 3, take him down to 4, and then we get 3 defense. So we're going to fully block whatever's coming in. We'll spend 1 to play a cloak and dagger, and we'll spend the 2 shivs to deal 2 more damage to him. Take him down to 2. Poison takes him down to 1. And here we are. Okay, so he is going to hit us for 3 -1. I guess this doesn't really matter. We'll go down, and then at the end of my next turn, the poison will take him out. So there's nothing that I need to play in order to kind of like build up outside of this combat. So we'll just call this one done. Our deck is good. Our deck is really, really solid, I think. So rewards here, we get a money and a card. So we'll grab $1. That's what I forgot to get out. I was like, I could have gotten shivs. I think all the shivs are discarded at the end of the combat though, right? Are they not? I thought that they were. These are all the cards we removed. I think these are the rare cards. Because that would be interesting if you can carry over shivs. You know better than me. Let me double check. But That's how it would work in the video game. Yeah, they don't go away until used or the end of combat. Yeah. I don't you can carry them over turn to turn, but not combat to combat. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're lost. But yeah, you can carry them turn to turn though. Bit unrelated, but I've been watching your Marvel Champions guys on YouTube. I played your Wasp Protection deck. Oh, I love that deck with multiple man. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm so glad you had fun with that. I love that game. Or I love that. I took that to Con of Heroes. And it was a good time. It was a really good time. That's a fun one. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Card. Ooh, golden ticket. Dagger. And a leg sweep. Golden ticket gets discarded and we replace it with a rare card. Die. It's going to be really hard not to take that card. It's a 1 energy for 3 attack to an entire row. I'm trying to think if there's any reason to not take it. Leg sweep, I feel like we're fairly decent on defense. We have a lot of weaken and a lot of defense already. We're gonna take die. Seems good. Alright. What's the upgrade? Does it go up to 4? Yeah, so it goes up to 4 on the upgrade. The other option would be to come this way, hit 2 elites, but also hit a campfire before we hit that first elite and allow us to upgrade a card so that we go into it a little bit stronger, and then we're guaranteed. I guess we're not guaranteed to get money, but there's a higher chance that we get some money from this fight before we hit that shop. Whereas like here, we may not get any additional money and we roll into the shop just with 3. So I think we're going to go here, take another combat. Alrighty, what do we got here? We got the Spheric Guardian. So the Spheric Guardian at the start of combat gets 10 shield. It only has 5 health. What I love about the Spheric Guardian is that there's no such thing as an artifact in this game, so we can just apply poison and bypass that shield immediately. He has an action where he is going to attack for 2, then defend for 5, then he's going to attack for 5, back and forth like that. And then he does not lose his shield at the end of it, or at the beginning of his turn. The armor guy, yeah. I do wish I had a little bit more poison in this deck because poison just wrecks this dude. Nice. But I mean, like, worst case scenario, in 5 turns, he's dead. We can probably throw enough damage at him too. Like 10, he effectively has 15 health. He's going, I mean, poison will be nice. Oh, we do have crippling cloud, so we can hit him for 2 poison per, or during the first deck pass. So that works. So we get 7 cards, 3, 6, 7 because of our snake ring. What do we got? We got a neutralize, adrenaline, crippling cloud, and a die. Reset that. Go down. Roll the die. It's a 2. So that does nothing for us. That's fine. Let's go adrenaline. Gain a money. Draw 2 cards. Give me poison dagger. We're going to go 2 for a crippling cloud. That's going to weaken the Spheric Guardian. And apply 1 poison. I'm gonna put these over here because it's getting really busy on that card. Does he have an artifact? He does not. He does not. Not in this game. There is no such thing as an artifact. So they just removed that mechanic. So that's nice. We'll hit him with a neutralize to add a second weaken. And then take this down to 9. just going to put all of this out here. He's hitting us for 2, so let's go ahead and spend 1 to play a Cloak and Dagger. That's going to give us the 1 defense to block what he's going to hit, and then we'll spend the 2 shivs to go ahead and knock him out. And then, you know what? Die. We'll hit him for 3, take him down to 4 shields. We'll toss the hand at the end of the turn, and he's going to take 1 damage. Poison bypasses and deals... Our poison has the enemy take damage. It does not, like, hit the shield first. So that's super nice. He's going to hit us for 2 -1 because of the weak. He's going to go into our 1 block. And then he's going to gain 5 shield. Next turn, he's going to hit us for 5 -1 because he's already weak again. Okay. We'll reset this to 3. I think we're going to take some damage here. Got 2, 4, 5. Then our dice roll is a 2 again. Yeah. Got a poison stab. Oh, we got a dash. He's hitting us for 4. Let's go ahead and spend 2 to dash. We're going to hit him for 3. And then get 3 block. We could perfect defend here. I don't know if there's any reason to not perfect defend here, honestly. Right? Like, we can just, like, hold out and wait. Health is really important. Or we could poison. If we poison him here, he dies next turn and we end up taking 1 damage. If we don't poison him here, because he's at 4, I think we want to poison him here. I think I'm okay taking that 1 damage. Because if we go here, he's going to go down to 3. If we get lucky and we draw that poison stab next turn, he would go down to 1 and we'd have to survive. No, we would only have to block 2. Yeah, we're gonna play it safe. We're gonna spend 1 to defend. Go up to 4. Because now he's going to take a damage to go down to 3. Next turn he's going to take a damage to go down to 2. And if we can draw that poison, which we should be able to, we should be able to get out of here without taking any damage. Okay, so let's go down to 3. He's going to hit us for 5 -1, so 4, which is all of our defense. Yeah, so we do go up to full HP at the end of every single act, which is why we're at full health now. As you level up and go through different ascensions, that is one of the things that you stop doing. So I think it's ascension 5 in the video game, and it's ascension... Yeah, ascension 6, instead of healing full, you heal only 4 HP. All right, so he's going to go back here. He's going to hit us for 2. I'm going to reset. Got to defend. Shuffle up. We got a... Hey, there's the poison stab, dagger spray, cloak and dagger, and a neutralize. It's so beautiful. We'll roll the die, which is a 5, which will give us a block and a damage. We'll go ahead and spend 1 to poison stab. It's going to go down to 4 block. Add a second poison. We will neutralize to deal the damage and weaken him. Oh, we got it here. We'll deal dagger spray for 3. So we'll take out the block. And we will Cloak and Dagger, and then the 2 shivs will take him down to 1. Poison at the end of my turn. Kills him. Yeah, nice. I'm happy that we do get a money here. Going into that shop with 7, feels like a lot of the relics are around the 7 to 9 range, and so I think that's going to help us open up our options a little bit. So we get a money. We get a card. Got another dagger spray. We got an all-out attack and a blade dance. I don't know if any of these help the deck. We already have a blade dance. I'd rather just draw that more frequently. We could grab a blade dance. We have a lot of AoE attacks, right? Like we have die. We have a upgraded dagger spray here already. So I don't know if we need any more area of effect, because like whenever we draw that, we're not drawing something else. And so I think we have enough AoE. If we were in like multiplayer, I would consider going with one of these, because like there's probably a better option down the line, or like in a different like row that we could hit with the AoE. So I think these are out. The only one that I would kind of consider would be a blade dance, which is 1 for 2 damage. Upgraded is 3. What are our upgrade priorities? Blade dance is an upgrade priority. I would say neutralize is an upgrade priority. Poison, die, crippling cloud, adrenaline is probably our next upgrade. So like we have a lot of things that we already want to upgrade. So taking a non-upgraded card at this point, I think it's just diluting the deck. So I think we're going to pass on the card reward here. And hopefully that does not come back and bite us in the butt. We're in the shop. Flip this over. We've got a vulnerable potion. We've got a distilled chaos. Draw 3 cards, immediately play them in any order for 0 energy. I love that card. It's so much fun. Then we've got a cunning potion. We're going to do 3 attacks. Each of them is a 0-cost attack. A relics. We've got old coin. This cannot be in the merchant. So we have to discard this, but old coin, you just gain 10 money. So that gets discarded. We got a blood vial at the start of combat. We're going to heal a health. A serpent head. At question marks, you gain $2 when you enter the room. That's interesting. And then we've got a bird facing urn. Whenever you play a power card, we get a defense. We don't have any power cards, so probably not doing that. We've got a racket, deflect, and a dodge and roll as the cards that we can buy. So the serpent's head, we have to hit, it costs 6. We have to hit 4 question mark rooms before it actually pays off. Right? So that's here, and then 1 more before we go into Act 4's shop. I don't know if we're gonna get a payback on that. I think that may be a little bit too slow. So I think I'm not gonna look at the serpent. So I think we're gonna remove a card for 3. Hey, what's up, Wikipedia? How you doing? I like the idea of deflect, because we can carry that shiv and we can get +2 defense, and that seems pretty decent. Aracobatics. Wow, I'm having like Miles Morales flashbacks right now. That could be fun. Card draw is good. Distilled chaos, yeah. You think the blood vial is good? I think it is. I haven't taken damage in the last 2 combats. I have a fairly high defense. It's going to cost me 5, which means that I cannot remove a card. If I'm removing a card, I'm removing a strike, which means that I can draw into my defense more. And so if I can draw into a defense 1 turn earlier, that is effectively a blood vial. Does that make sense? Am I thinking about that correctly? I always took blood vial in the video game. Yeah. How's the game? Do you recommend? Yeah, this game is fantastic. No, this one I think they occupy, like, I literally did 2 runs of Slay the Spire this morning before I played this, and now I'm excited to play this. Like, I don't think that they step on each other's toes. They feel different enough. But yeah, all of my progress on my iPad, which is where I do all like my video gaming, got reset, and so I'm re-slaying the Spire. So I did Ascension 5 or 6 on Ironclad this morning, and then I got rolled on against Silence, and so here we are. Still haven't won a single run. It's a tough game, and it's got a learning curve. It's a weird learning curve. Let's go ahead and spin 3. Let's get rid of a card. I think let's just get the card. Let's just remove a strike. We've added a lot of attack to our deck, so I'm kind of prioritizing removing the strikes. What Ascension level you on the video game? I had beaten the Ascension 20 Heart with every character except for Watcher, where I was at 16, I think. So Watcher is just too much of a brain burner for me. Watcher hurts my head. I think I'm gonna go 2 to buy a deflect, but then I can't buy the still chaos. I feel like I go so well for a while, and the build options are great, but then I lose harshly. The biggest piece of advice that I ever got is that even though that they are called rewards, you do not have to take more cards. Like, skipping cards is arguably in Act 2 and 3 more strong than taking cards, because like removing cards is so good. So if you just don't add cards, you don't have to remove as many cards. That's like the biggest, that changed how I played the game. I think I'm going to go with the deflect. Let's go ahead and spend 2 here. Take deflect. I could actually go with a acrobatics. I got way better when I stopped taking cards just to take. Yep. It doesn't make sense for the deck. Don't add them. Yeah. So like the way that I kind of think about it is like, do I have solutions for like a lot of enemies during a fight? Do I have solutions for one big enemy in a fight? Do I have solutions for my defense? And that's kind of how my brain started to like think about building decks. And it's like, card draw is always very good, I think. So like acrobatics feels like it could be something that I would just always add to a deck. I don't know if they have. What is the card where if you discard it you get energy? That feels good. I feel like they should change those Act 3 rewards to not be cards. There's an achievement for getting a 5-card deck. I did that with Watcher. I just went infinite. It was like a rush down, which is whenever you enter Wrath form, draw 2 cards. It's a rush down, and it was just like Mental Fortress. Is that the one wherever you change form you get to like get blocked? And I just like would like play Eruption, Vigilance, Eruption, Vigilance. Like go back and forth. Perfected Strike feels so good in Ironclad. It can be. It can also be like a trap. Because like if you never see any more strike cards, that can be tough. I have had some really fun Perfected Strike. I think my favorite one, I ended up getting like 5 Perfected Strikes and Snake-O Eyes. So like the Snake-O Eye, the boss relic, where you draw 2 additional cards, but the costs are randomized from 0 to 3. And so like on average, it makes sense to take Snake-O if you have like a higher cost deck. Like 2 or 3 cost cards typically are benefited from Snake-O Eye. And so like the Perfected Strikes that cost 2, now like on average we're costing less than 2. And it was silly. I loved it. Poison or Shiz for Silent. I love poison builds. Yeah, the deck that I was running, that I played last night, which I think I just did 5 for Silent, Ascension 5 for Silent. Oh my gosh, my Ironclad deck this morning was insane. But so it was I had Envenom, so every time you deal damage it applies a poison. It was a Shiv based build. I had Snake-O Skull, so it was dealing double poison. I had Panache, wherein every time I was playing 5 cards I was dealing 14 damage. It was so satisfying. Today my um, my Ironclad deck would have, I think, rolled on an Ascension 20 Heart. It was a Corruption Dead Branch. I was able to get Corruption, so all my skills cost 0, but then they exhaust. And then Dead Branch is whenever you exhaust a card, you get to add a card into your hand, like add a random card into your hand. And so like you just like you can get close to infinite where you're just exhausting and getting more skills than just exhausting and just playing like a ton of cards. And so like I was ending on every single turn with an average of over 100 block. And then like every once in a while it just like give me the whatever the card is that like deals damage equal to your block. I'm like, oh, whoa. Corruption and Dead Branch is like, there's on Reddit, somebody posted a seed where you can get that combo within the first couple of floors. If you haven't done that, go find that seed and play it. It is insane. It is so good. Board game based off a video game called Spire. Oh, with Feel No Pain. Yeah, I had Feel No Pain in there. Oh, it was a good time. Yeah, 100%. That makes a lot of sense, Wikipedia. Alrighty, we geeked out about this enough. I'm not hitting another floor. Do I want a acrobatics? Yeah. Let's do it. We get card draw. Card draw is fun. Pyres from the Hades. I've seen somebody play Hades, but I have not played Hades. The other one that I was really playing a ton of before I realized that all my Slay the Spire progress got reset was Monster Train. I'm also really excited for Slay the Spire 2. Alright, we get an event. A note to yourself. Give a player a card in your deck, they give you a card back. Or take a card from another character card reward deck that character doesn't have to be playing. Interesting. Well, that's going to happen. That's a cool way. In the video game, you like pass cards from run to run. What do we want? I don't want a defect card because, well, defect has lock. Watcher, probably Ironclad, right? Like I think, like I would be pretty happy if we were able to grab like a. What do we think? So we get to choose an off character card. Defect could be interesting. Defect also has a lot of 0 cost cards, which could be nice to have for like the amount of card draw that we have. But if we get stuck with like 3 things that generate orbs, I think we're kind of out of luck, because I don't think that we can get orbs here. We could... Ironclad feels the safest. It could strength... Oh, what if we got a card that strengthened us? That would be pretty good, actually, because we're playing a ton of shiz. We're playing a lot of like little cards. That may be worth going into. And due to the design process is to get better at designing a foundation before I design a symmetry. It's much easier to know. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I think I'm leaning Ironclad, because if we can get something that strengthens us, or like a card that would exhaust something, that would feel pretty good and make our deck even more consistent. Those are kind of the 2 things that Ironclad's cards are going to do. I don't think I'm going Watcher. I don't see Watcher being super great for us. We could get something that has like a, what is it? The prayer hand emoji token, which allows us to use it as an energy. Let's go Ironclad. Inflame or... Oh, that would be sick. We're going to shuffle this up. We've got Clothesline, 3 and a weaken. Wild Strike, 3 and you daze yourself. And then Twin Strike, which is 1 and 1. I'm not 100% sure if I... Yeah, I was like, this is not great. I could just pass. I think my initial gut reaction would potentially be Wild Strike. I mean, 1 for 3 is fairly decent, but then we're just not, like, we're not drawing. I don't know. Clothesline, we already have a lot of weak. I think I'm just gonna pass. I don't think I won anything. Yeah. Alrighty. No cards for us. Spire is an abstract RPG. Basketball-like competition with that. Oh, that's interesting. Each character has a presence stat that gives them an area control aura. Higher. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Let's go here. We're gonna upgrade. What do we think? We still think it's adrenaline. It just feels so good to upgrade. We could go Blade Dance now that we want to kind of keep a Blade Dance around. What is Deflect? Upgrade into 2 block. 2 block for 0 is pretty good. I think it is adrenaline though, yeah. We hit adrenaline. We'll call it a day. Let's hit this elite. What are we scared of right now? Stabby book, man. I don't think I'm concerned with slavers. I think slavers are actually going to be fairly good. We have so much AoE. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stabby. I think this is probably what we're most scared of at this point. Well, we'll see. It's got 30 health. That's a lot of health. Yeah, this guy sucks. Yeah. What's nice here is if we can draw a weaken here at the beginning. Oh, so that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting, Wikipedia. Alrighty. 6 cards. We got 3, 6. I'm sorry, 7 cards. 7 cards. 7 cards. We got adrenaline, crippling cloud. That's beautiful. So we don't have to defend this first turn, which is nice. Cloak and dagger, poison stab, dagger spray, defend, and a strike. Honestly, fairly good. Let's set this to 3. That to 0. Roll or die. It's a 3, which does nothing for us. That's fine. Start out. Adrenaline is going to give us 2 and draw 2 cards. Got die, and a dash. Want to make sure that we crippling cloud. So we weaken and poison. So 30 turns from now, we win. I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 to poison stab to add another poison. We have 2. So there's 3 damage there, and then 3 damage here. Or we could go cloak and dagger so that we could have the shiv and carry the shiv over. So if we do draw into the deflect, we would have 2 block because he's going to be hitting us for 4 next turn. That'd be a nice way to get. I think regardless, we're going to hit him with the die. So that's going to be 3 damage. Oh, it goes down to 27. Let's just spend 1. Let's dagger spray. Hit him for 3 more. Take him down to 24. And then if his turn, he takes 2. He's down to 22. Alrighty. He's going to hit us for 1 and 1, -1 to both of those. So it's going to be 0. And then he strengthens. He strengthens every turn, which is terrifying. He's going to hit us for 4. I can sometimes see a video game or real life thing that just translates to board game. Oh, nice. Yeah. We got 2, 4, 5. Reset this. Give me something that's not a... There's a 1. We're going to go ahead and toolbox this into a 6. So we deal the damage, the very minimum. We got another neutralize. We have a deflect, a acrobatics. So we could use acrobatics to draw into a blade dance, which then could hit a deflect for 2. He's hitting us for 4. That'd be 2 defense, 3. So we'll trigger loaded die and get a defense, and then we'll perfect block here. Okay. That feels good. That feels pretty good. So let's start out by spending 1 to play acrobatics. We draw 3 cards, discard 1, defend, blade dance. That's what we needed. 1 more card, which is a strike. We'll discard a defend. We'll spend 1 to blade dance to get 2 shivs. We will spend 0 to play a deflect. Because we have a shiv, we get 2 block. There's 3. And then we will neutralize, hit him. So that's going to be 1 and a weaken. So he's going to hit us for 3, 4, -1 for 3, and we have 3 defense. So we will use our last energy to hit him for 1 with a strike. Takes him down to 19. Into my turn, he takes 1, 2, down to 17. Like, these don't matter if I use them now or later, so I'm just going to hang on to them. I might as well hang on to 1, right? Like, we'll hit him for 2, 1, 2. Oh, wait, no, 1. Take him down to 16. Because I want that 1 for deflect when it comes around. So, yeah. Okay. He's going to hit us for, what do we say, 3 total, which is our block. Then he strengthens, and he's hitting us for 3 and 3. We have... Oh, my gosh. He is so bad. He scales so fast. 2, 4, 5. Alrighty. Let's see what the dice roll gives us. Dice roll gives us a 5, so we get a block and a damage. 2 poison. I did the 2 poison. I think I did the 2 poison. I think he was at 22. Hit him for 3 to take him down to 19. The poison would take him down to 17. I think I did the poison. I have a Marvel Champions question. Yeah, what's up? Hey, what's up? Hi, Nelson in chat. Well, board game version. Yeah. Board game Slay the Spire is amazing. Alrighty, so he's hitting us for 6 total damage, which I hate. I think we're gonna dash here. We're gonna hit him for 3. Goes down to 12, and we get 3. So we're up to 4. We're up to 4 block. We only have 1 more. That's fine. We're gonna cloak and dagger. We'll get a block, and we'll spin the 2 shivs to just deal 2 damage to take him down to 10. He's gonna go down to 8 health with the poison. We're gonna hold a shiv. Then he's going to deal 3 damage, takes us down to 2, then 3 damage, which hits us for 1. But now we have a Centennial puzzle, so that's nice. And he strengthens. Oh. Okay, so he is hitting us for 6 now. Oh, and we get a daze. So, draw that card. Here we are. Okay. We can Centennial puzzle now because we just lost health. Let's see what we got. Okay. So we've got acrobatics, defend. No, give me some damage. There's cloak and dagger. And that's it, okay? Roll the dice. It's a 6. So he's at 8 health. So we're going to deal a damage with the boot. He's going to go down to 5. He's going to go... We have 3 more damage, which should take him down to 2. We have the Centennial Puzzle. We probably are going to draw the damage. So let's trigger the boot and deal 1 more damage. We're hopefully going to be able to take him out before he hits us. You and some peeps started watching... I started the Galaxy's Most Wanted campaign. Now it's Rocket, but we'll be changing to Gamora. How would you play Justice Rocket? Through GMW? Potentially like an always ready, always thwarting Rocket. That could be kind of decent. With some Confuse in there to allow you to flip down and trigger all of his stuff. Oh, the Rocket Ally in our Leadership Groot deck. Nice. I feel like I've been avoiding playing into his strengths accidentally and went really into events. Yeah, I would say like Sonic Rifle is a fairly decent choice for him. Because he can tinker that, he can confuse, flip down, tinker it. And then probably just go like bump up his thwarting stat, and then he has a lot, and then go readies. Okay. So let's go ahead and Centennial Puzzle. We just lost HP, so we're going to draw into a Blade Dance, beautiful, Dash, beautiful, and a Deflect, huge. Alrighty, so he has what, 6 health left, 4 health left. Dash will deal 3, Blade Dance will deal 3. So that's game. Whoa. Woo. Always thwarting for Rocket. I think is it Making an Entrance or Justice Served? One of those 2 cards, which allows you to, after you thwart, you get to ready if you remove the last threat. That's what I would do. Your damage would come from Groot. Or like Rocket Launcher, and stuff like that. Ooh. Okay, Book of Stabbing, we got out of there with only 1 damage. I think that was probably our worst matchup, so I'm very happy with that. Like, we were able to burst him down. I think the deck is a little bit slow if I had to choose a weakness. And so Book of Stabbing just scales so fast, and so I think... I don't know. Seems pretty good. We get 2 money. We get a Relic. Warpaint. Upgraded starter Defend and another skill, then discard this item. Sick. Okay. So we'll upgrade to Defend, which goes to 2 defense to any player. I love this upgrade. I think it's really fun. Rocket with Float. That would be good. That's a great call. Yeah, Rocket with Float. I was worried about the strength as well. Then we get another skill. I think I'm going to go Deflect. Oh, that's gone. Blade Dance. Crippling Cloud. I kind of like the Deflect. I feel like just 3 block for 0 seems really good. Yeah, let's go with Deflect. And then I think the next upgrade would be Crippling Cloud. Potentially a Neutralize. Or a Die. There's a couple of options. There's a couple of options here. This game, okay, so like, you know, like flow state where you like get into like a rhythm and like time kind of passes in a way that like you don't like really recognize. This is this game. This is this game for me. Like, I looked up and I saw that that we are an hour into this. It feels like I've been playing for 10 minutes. Like, I love this game so much. Would you focus on basic thwarting or AoE thwarting? A little bit of both. I think I would try and pump his stats up so that I would basic thwart, which would be up to 3 with his boosters, up to 5 with some other modifications, like, and then Overwatch. Yeah, so I would run Overwatch and basic thwarting. I actually really like Shibis. I want to modify. I would rather go with Float. I think that would be fun. You may run into some issues with like Ronin. Well, you're going to run into issues with running no matter what. So, but nice. Let's go over here because I am elite hunting at this point. We got the Coliseum. Ooh. Okay. One choice for the party. We can warm up and fight an encounter or fight an elite. I think we take the elite here. Because, like, worst case scenario is we don't perform super well against the elite and we just divert and not take on the second. If we do another fight like the Book of Stabbing where we take 1 damage, we take this elite on and we go 3 elites in this. Stealth Strike could do excess damage. Yeah. Yep. Let's fight an elite. Let's do it. What's the worst that could happen? Top is even. We are taking on the Gremlin leader. Starts with 30 health. He's going to summon 2 Gremlin per player. They are from the Act 1 deck. I'm glad I almost left this box over in the other room, and I'm glad I didn't because I would not have had these cards. I think the deck will do fairly well against this. Yeah. We have a lot of AoE. So let's see what we got. We got Mad Gremlin. Whenever he takes damage from an attack, he gains Strengthen. He comes in with 5 health. Then whenever... Oh, we got another Angry Gremlin. Okay, well, that's kind of fun. Boom, boom, boom. Yo, we slam. What's up, Matt? I know the play style I was doing will work wonders with Gamora, mostly using events. Yeah. Gamora's a good fun. So we got 7 total cards to start us out. We also have Fairy in a Bottle. We may just hit this elite regardless of the outcome of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's rock and roll. Okay, so we're getting hit for a total of 4. We have a Dagger Spray. Let's go. Let's go ahead and... Okay, so I think we're going to go Cloak and Dagger at minimum. We go Dagger Spray at minimum. So that can hit a Deflect and a Neutralize for free, and we have 1 energy left over. I'm thinking... Oh, wait, let's see what the dice roll is. It's a 4. All right, let's deal a damage here. And we get a block. So we will have 3 blocks, so we'll defend here and... defend here. The problem with Dagger Spray is they're going to hit us for 4, so we need to be able to take them out if we do hit a Dagger Spray. So a Neutralize can take him out, and then he has 2 health left, which the daggers can hit if we want. We're getting hit for 2. We have enough block. I'm trying to figure out if we go Acrobatics. Or if we just strike here and we take out the Gremlin and then we deal with it. Yeah, I think we're going to hold off on Acrobatics and kind of go with this play line. Alrighty. Cool. So let's spend 1 to Cloak and Dagger. We'll get 2 shift tokens as well as a block. Let's spend 1 to Dagger Spray. Deal 3 damage to everyone. Takes 27. 1, 2, takes him down to 1, 3 strengthen, and takes him down to 2 and 3 strengthen. We should be fine, but... So I'm not going to put the strengthen tokens on there. We got 3 block here. Takes us up to 5. Do we... Okay, hold on. He's hitting us for 4. Gremlin leader is hitting us for 2. So that's 6. This guy's dead. We don't have to kill this guy. We can defend the entire attack. That's kind of insane. Huh. That's fun. Let's neutralize the Gremlin leader. We'll deal a damage and apply weaken. So he's hitting us for 1. We'll shiv the mad Gremlin here to take him out. So we're getting hit for 1, 5 total damage, and that's it. So let's go ahead and spend 1 to strike the Gremlin leader. Take him down to 5, and then we'll block. Because we have AoE stuff, so we can just take him out next turn, like whenever we draw the AoE stuff. Yeah. Nice. Alrighty, so we're going to get hit for 1. I'm going to apply a defense to everybody and then strengthen everybody. So that's 1, and then we get... Oh, shoot, he actually strengthens first. That's annoying. So we take a damage. Oh, that's frustrating. I didn't think about that. I didn't think that he would get strengthened before the Mad Gremlin attacks. The Gremlins always go to the left of the Gremlin leader in the video game, so maybe that's what I was assuming, but... At least we can Centennial puzzle now. Okay. So, start of our turn, we're going to reset this to 3. I'm going to draw 3, 4, 5. We got die, poison stab, survivor. He's hitting us for 6, which is a lot of damage. What's the dice roll? The dice roll's a 4. Die will kill him. So, the dice roll, we get a block, and we'll deal a damage here. Let's spend 1 to die. That's going to deal 1 to the block and take him out. You may like the solo mode in Clank if you love... Oh, okay. Interesting. I like Clank. I have not played the solo mode, but I do like Clank. That's gone. 1, 2. So we're down to 22. We're getting hit for 6. Okay, so I'm going to spend 1 to survive and get 2 block. So we're going to be up to 3. Do we poison stab? We're not going to trigger Centennial Puzzle this round, mainly because, like, one of these is Crippling Cloud, and I'd rather hit the Crippling Cloud once these guys revive next. Well, that's not actually gonna be the case, because they will not be alive. I don't want to take 3 damage here. I'm gonna spend 1 to defend to give 2 damage, 2 block here. I'm not taking 3 damage. All right. So we're getting hit for 6. Take a damage there. And we'll move in here. Okay. We'll draw Crippling Cloud, Blade Dance, Adrenaline, Dash. All of our big defenses now, which is good. Got 1 more card. Defend. Die roll is a 3, which is nothing. Spend 2 to dash, deal 3 damage. Takes him down to 19. And we get 3 block, but that's going to go away. Do we adrenaline here? What does adrenaline give us? I don't think we do. I want to draw cards next turn. Like, I want it because these guys will be back. So I think we go Blade Dance and just deal 2 more damage. Yeah, you can play this together, Sun Temple. It's up to 4 players. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good in multiplayer. I think I prefer it multiplayer because like you have like different rows and like multiple enemies, and you can like these are the enemies that are attacking you, but you can choose any enemy on the board to attack, and so like there's a lot of collaboration between like okay, I need help here and stuff. So that's fun. Heat is good. Days of Wonder. I have played it. Yeah. Um, better than Formula Day. I have not played Formula One. I've played Formula Day. That may be like in the same world. I've not played Flamme Rouge, but Heat I would consider better than what I know. It's better than Formula Day, and it's what I know of Flamme Rouge. It's better than Flamme Rouge. Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna revive all the dead gremlins. And we go here. Heat is fun, especially when you draft the extra. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I did that. Yep. Yeah. I have played that game. I enjoy it. Yeah, it's good. Alrighty. I'm happy with this. Let's reset. Do we Centennial Puzzle now? What do we draw into? So we're getting hit for 2, 3, 4 total. Let's deflect. We got 3. Actually, let's roll this. It doesn't matter. We're going to do it regardless. It's a 2, so nothing. We'll play deflect to get 3 block. We'll neutralize the gremlin leader. To weaken him. So now we're getting hit for 3, 4, 5. Oh, no. Because it's strengthening these 2. So 2, 4... 7. We're getting hit for 6. That's worse. Let's Centennial Puzzle. Draw 3 cards. Dagger Spray, defend, strike. I think if we Dagger Spray here, we probably just die. Right? I guess I'll just die. Cloak and Dagger can take out a gremlin. Let's spin 1, Cloak and Dagger. We'll get a block and we'll get 2 shivs. That feels decent. Spend 1. I think we defend here, so we get 2. Go up to 6. I think we just need to focus on their leader and just go crazy with damage on the leader. Because I think we can't Dagger Spray, right? Because that would take them down to 2-2. We could take out one of them. If we don't defend, we could take out the other one by giving up the last shiv. We are going to see Blade Dance and Cloak and Dagger, so we cannot guarantee the deflect. I think I would rather do that. So instead of playing the defend, we're going to play Dagger Spray, because that also hits 1, 2, 3. Then we go down to 2, go down to 2. We'll spend 2 shivs to take out one of the gremlins, so we're not getting hit for a billion. This is actually a brutal combo here. Then we'll spend 1 to play strike to hit here, and then the last shiv will take out the gremlin. Yeah, that's I don't like it. I don't like that combo there. Discard these cards. Gremlin leader is going to attack us. We have enough block. Strength and defense. Now we're getting hit for 7. Survivor, poison stab. Yeah, we're at 13. Got a crippling cloud, blade dance, and a acrobatics. Set this to 3. Got a 3. Shoot, that's not good. Getting hit for 7. We may not survive this. So I think my current thought is to go poison, stab, and crippling cloud to apply the 2 poison, weaken. We take the damage, proc fairy in a bottle, go up to 2 health, and then we skirt that last elite. This is way worse than I thought it was going to be. We could go crippling cloud and survivor and then survive the attack. Because he would hit us for 6. We would take 4 damage. Let's not proc fairy in a bottle if we don't have to. So let's go 2 crippling cloud. We'll apply a poison and weaken him. And then let's go 1 to survivor and get 2 block. He's going to hit us for 7, so there's 2. We go down to 1 health. He hits us for 6 because of the weaken. And then he takes the damage because of poison. Okay. I'm a little nervous. We got defend, neutralize, deflect. No, give me defense. We got adrenaline at least. We got a 1. We'll toolbox this into a 6. And we'll deal 2 damage there, down to 10. Let's adrenaline. Gain 2. Draw 2 cards. Dash and a defend. We'll go ahead and spend 2 to dash. Deal 3 damage. Take him down to 7. Neutralize. Hit him for 1 and a weaken. The nice thing is like we should be okay here. Because I think a lot of our damage is bottom decked. So he will take 1 to go down to 5. And then revive these guys. Dagger spray, cloak and dagger. Yeah, so we have lethal. Just there. So 3, 5, 6. That's lethal. I know you have Marvel Champions videos for tips and strategies and such. Have you ever thought about doing the same for other games you play? I would like some Final Girl tips. I have thought about it. I think like the way that I think about that is I don't know if I know as many games where I feel comfortable giving strategy tips as I do like Champions. I've done it for Lord of the Rings. I could Spirit Island. I could probably feel confident enough to do that. Those videos stress me out. I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like I put in so much work to those videos just because I don't want to give bad advice. I'm hoping that they will. Keep it in print. And I know that the designer has talked about that he is not necessarily done with the game, and so hopefully it'll get picked up by a different company. Squad, that hurt. That was a mean. I think we're avoiding this last elite. I think it was honestly the two mad gremlins that really hurt us. Because I think any of the other gremlins probably could have been easier. What about your strategy? That's a good way to frame it. Like, how do I approach the game? Yeah. I like that. A relic. We've got a happy flower on a 3 or a 4. We gain an energy. That's nice. And we get an upgraded card. We've got a infinite blade, an accuracy, and a finisher. I think we'll go with accuracy here. All of our shivs get +1 damage. Let's go with that. Dealing 2 damage per shiv feels good. I know it is completely self-imposed. It is a self-imposed stress that I put on myself. I understand that. I just, like, for whatever reason, I'm just like, oh, like, what if I say something wrong? I feel like Marvel Champions strategies just don't age well because the cards and things change in Marvel Champions a lot. That's true. Yeah, flow like a butterfly war machine is insane. Okay, we're gonna ignore that elite. We got the joust. So we can bet 2 money, a relic, or a potion to roll the die. On a 4, 5, or 6, we gain 6 money. Playing the game is fun. 5, we get 6 money. Let's go. I was like, this technically we could use toolbox here. So on a 1, 4, 5, or 6, we would do it. So got some money bags over here. Gonna come here. We're gonna heal. Panic. So we're gonna heal, and we're on to the boss. Come on, don't lose, Nelson. Got the collector. Collector comes in with 57 health. It's a lot of health. Summon torch heads until there are 2 for each player on his first turn. Alrighty. Professor X is just OP. I think Professor X in True Solo is... At this point, I probably include him in more decks than I do Nick. Boom Guy crossover video you did with X-Men protection stuff. Nice. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun with it. We did, if you like that, I did a episode on his podcast where we did Joining Forces, where we kind of did the same thing. So, highly recommend checking that out. If you like the video, we did a podcast where we did kind of the same thing. Alrighty, let's do it. The usefulness of Professor X and Nick be insane. I'd be here for it. We got a dagger spray, crippling cloud, die, dash, acrobatics, adrenaline, and a defend. Alrighty, not a great opening hand, to be honest. Let's go ahead and roll. We got a 5. We'll deal 2 damage to him. Well, adrenaline. Draw 2 cards. We got a blade dance and a cloak and dagger. We're gonna spend 1 to acrobatics. Draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness! I was looking for the power card that we just grabbed. Unfortunately, we have die here as well as our dagger spray and crippling cloud. We have all of our AoE stuff, and we're not going to see that next turn, which is sad. And he's going to strengthen everybody. Confuse the villain or let you draw 3 cards. I mean, like, it would kind of depend on the situation, right? In the deck build. I think I'd probably lean into just confuse as a default option, though. Okay, let's spend 1 to Blade Dance. I'll spend a token to deal a damage here. Actually, I'm not, because if I draw accuracy next turn, they're going to be worth 2. Oh, yeah, let's do that, because we can carry him over. Spend 1 for a Cloak and Dagger to get 2 more of these guys. And so that can be our answer to the Torch Heads. We have 2 energy left. I'll Dagger Spray for 3. I didn't draw I didn't draw my Poison Stab either. And I guess we'll just Strike for the last one. Take him down to 51. Okay. Summon 2 Torch Heads. I don't remember her. They have 9 health each. That's a little scary. Now I want to double check to see if the collector is in the front or the back of the row. I know it says that they're considered to be in all rows, but I want to know when they act. Like, am I going to get hit for 1 and 1 or 2 and 2? Because he's going to strengthen everybody. Bosses are treated as being in all rows. Keep them to the right of the board. Okay, so he's going to act last. So that's much better. So we're getting hit for 5 total. Whew, okay. We'll draw 2, 4, 5. Deflect, Survivor, Accuracy, Neutralize, and a Poison Stab. Let's roll the die. It's a 5. So we will do some math. We're going to deal a damage. Okay, let's do math. Okay, so we have 3 block, 5 block. We're playing all the cards, and we have a weaken. So we don't need the defense here. So we want to go with 2 damage. Where do we want the damage? Do we care about the Torch Heads? Or do we just go face with the Collector? Let's go 2 damage to the Collector. It's like, I think we could get outpaced if we're not careful. Deflect will give us 3 block. We'll hit Collector with a Neutralize, 1 damage, and a weaken. We'll spend 1 to play an Accuracy. We'll spend 1 to Poison Stab the Collector. That exhaust, not the video game, Nelson. And then we will spend 1 to Survive to get 2 more block. Okay. I don't see any reason to use these. When you defeat those goblins, do they go in his collection? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That's fun. Nice. Alrighty, so 1, 1, 5. Boom. Strengthen everybody. Oh, and he takes the damage from here. Actually. Okay. So now we are getting hit for 6, 8, 10. The nice thing here is, worst comes to worst, we take 2, 4 down to 1. We get hit for 6, and we proc Fair Anna Bottle. That's worst case scenario. I don't think I want to do that, but it is a possibility. So we'll see what we draw. We also have like pretty close to lethal on one of these torch heads if we want. It's a lot of defense if we don't do it that way. We'll see. 2, 4, 5. We got die, crippling cloud, deflect, defend. Okay. Alrighty. Roll the dice. It's a 2. The one I don't want it to be. Anything else would have been fine. Let's play deflect for 3 block. Let's play crippling cloud. So it's going to weaken everybody. And poison everybody. So now we are getting hit for, I'm going to put this over here. Getting hit for 5, 6, 7 total. We have 3 block and we're at 5 health, so we would survive this attack. Marvel Champions collector question. When I'm cleaning the kitchen, I take the trash out. Does that also go into his collection? No, he actually goes into the trash. Yeah, I can see how that can get confusing. Collector sucks. Let's go 1 for a die. We'll deal 3 damage to everybody. 6 goes down to 6. We survived this attack. We could spend 3 shivs to save a damage. Is that worth it? I don't think so. Yes, you're right. Thank you. Six damage to the... I have a dagger spray coming up. So, okay, let's think about this. He's going to go down to 5 health. A dagger spray is going to take him down to 2 health, and then the poison won't kill him next turn. But we can dagger spray, and then 2 shivs could kill each of the torch heads. So let's spend 1 to deal 2 damage here. 1, 2. And we'll take a lot of damage, but hopefully we'll draw into a dagger spray, and we can take out the torch heads, and we'll be fine. Nice thing, we're not getting attacked next turn. So that's good. I'm scared. All right. Let's deal 1 and 1. 2 damage here. Go down to 39. That's so much health left. So much health left. Yikes. All right. We're going to get hit for 1, 1, 5. Go down to 1 health. And we're going to get weakened, dazed, confused, burn. There's a lot that he's hitting us hard. It is a big boss fight, yeah. Okay, let's see what we draw. 2, 4, 5. As long as die is not the bottom card, we should be good. Okay, well, there you go. Centennial. Let's roll. It's a 4. Hey, we get an energy. We get a block, and we get to deal a damage. I'm going to assume that I'm drawing into die. So if I deal a damage here, that torch head is dead. So let's do that. Centennial puzzle. We lost health, so we're going to draw 1. I meant dagger spray. 2, 3, and we're off to the races. Spend 1 to play a dagger spray. It's going to take him down to 1. The poison will kill him. Take him down to 2. And then 3 damage here. We have a block. He's hitting us for 2, though. Yeah, grumble. spend 1 for a cloak and dagger. That's going to give us a block and then 2 shivs. And then we don't have to target him because he'll take a damage down to 1, and then next turn he'll take a 1 more damage and take himself out. And then he gets summoned. He gets summoned again. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that's fine. So he will die at the end of my turn and then get summoned immediately. It's kind of annoying. That's poor timing, but here we are. 'Tis what 'tis. Let's neutralize the collector. So deal a damage and weaken. I spent 2, so I'm at 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 damage to the collector. Take him down to 26. We'll spend 1 to Blade Dance and get 2 of those guys back. I think Blade Dance is now a priority to upgrade because they're 2 damage now, and so that feels like a really good upgrade. Is the board game or the video game harder at the same ascension or base levels? I think at this point right now, the board game is, just because I've played the video game so much that I'm making decisions almost subconsciously at this point that I don't really have to think about. Like, I just like, I don't know. Yeah, does that make any sense? They're both harder when playing them at the same. That's true. That is true. I think I don't know if I have an answer. Like, if you had the same amount of experience for the tabletop versus the board game, I don't know which one is worse or harder. In my situation where I have 1,000+ hours in the video game and 20 hours in the board game is harder for me. I'm thinking about playing acrobatics, mainly so that I don't get these burns directly into my, like, I will have a fresh discard pile and I won't see them for a while. We're not getting attacked for 2 turns though. So that's kind of interesting. Not getting attacked for 2 turns. We have 26 health to go through. Gonna get weakened, daze, burn. Ugh. Let's just go with, let's go with a strike. I was like, let's just push damage here. Okay. So he's going to hit us for 2 weakens, 2 days, and 2 burns. Burns go in our discard pile, dazes go on the top of our deck. Okay. This guy dies. This guy goes down to 1. This guy loses 2 health. That guy will die at the end of his turn. Or at the end of my next turn. So, oh wait, oops. Took the wrong poison away. Okay. It's going to summon 2 torch heads. Got daze, defend. Yeah, you know, I just know what to pick after hundreds of games. Yeah. Whereas here, like, a lot of the things have changed. And so, like you see me, like, just trying to constantly discard poison stab because it just discards in the video game, not exhaust. And so, just kind of funny. Torch heads remind you of a Dark Souls enemy? I've not played Dark Souls. Probably should. Okay. We've got a dash and a defend. Alrighty, well that's an exciting hand right there. We got a 4. Nice. We'll deal 2 damage here. 1, 2. No, wait, just 1. And then we get a block. We'll spend a shiv to deal 1 damage because of our weaken. Then we'll spend 2 to play a dash to deal 2 damage. And get rid of the second weaken. These exhaust. And woo! This guy dies. And then they get summoned again. Oh, and he takes 2. Okay. Go here. We get 2, 4, 5. Acrobatics, Survivor, Cloak and Dagger, Neutralize. Okay. Roll the die. It's a 5. So we get a block. Get to deal a damage. But we don't get an extra money. Do I care? I'm getting hit for 4, 5, 6. I have 2, 4. I'm going to take 1 damage. I'm going to die. Okay. No, I can weaken a different torch head. So we're going to get hit for 3, 4, 5. If I neutralize a torch head, we get hit for 4. I have 1 block, 3 block, 4 block. We're good. Oh. Hey, Don. You're here for the intense part of the game. We're seeing what happens. So I don't think that I'm going to toolbox the Happy Flower. So let's go ahead and neutralize this torch head. Go down to 8. Let's spend 1 to Cloak and Dagger. We'll get a block and 2 shivs. Spend 1 to strike the big bad. Then 1 to survive to go to 4. Okay. It's going to take 1, 2. And yeah. So we get hit for 0 here, 1 here, 4 minus 1 for 3 to take us down to 0. Strengthen all enemies. I think this is the time where we need to kill the collector. Which I think we're pretty close, right? Like we have 6 damage here. Got 2, 4, 5. Reset this to 3. Oh, I forgot about the burns. But we have lethal, I think. I think we have lethal. Let's draw this. That's going to be 3. So we gain a energy. Spend 1 to dagger spray. Deal 3 damage. Goes down to 10. There's 6 damage here. Goes down to 4. Blade Dance is 4 damage. That's lethal. Wow. Wow. Whew. Yeah, the collector had strength, but that got canceled out by the weekend. Yeah. We were able to get through that without using the fairy in the bottle. I had no business doing that at all. Wow. Okay. Where I think honestly it's the elite that hurt me more than the boss did there. HP is also a resource, 100%. Yep. Um, with a whole point of health left. Yeah, I think the elite really hurt me there. Because we took 1 damage in the first elite, and then I think 6 damage in the second elite battle. So like that was tough. Ooh, alrighty. Wow, that was exhilarating. Nice. Okay, sick. We get 3 money. Oh my goodness, we are loaded. We have 11 money. Time to loot. Yeah, I loot the bodies. I'm gonna take the card reward first. I typically take the card reward before I take any relics, just because it. I guess, yeah. The Stabby Elite is a brute. Yeah. So we get a rare card. We got Malaise, Tools of the Trade, and Storm of Steel. Storm of Steel, probably. So Malaise, it's an X cost card. In the board game, it is a little bit different than the video game. In the video game, you have to spend the rest of your energy. In the board game, you get to choose how much energy you would like to spend. But you apply that amount of weaken and that amount of poison to an enemy the amount of times that I spend money for. Tools of the Trade is a power card where at the start of the turn I draw a card and discard a card. Rules say you can take them both at the same time. Oh. Do you have to take them in order? I know in the video game you don't. Which was just kind of my assumption here. I guess I guess we'll pretend like we don't know this. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Storms. So let's do a boss relic. So we got Black Blood and Ori. This feels like a curse. This card to me feels like a curse. Gain 4 cards. No, I just spent all this time removing 4 cards. Why would I want to add 4 more cards into the deck? So we'll take Black Blood at the end of combat. We heal 2 health. It's going to be nice. It's going to be really nice to pair with our Centennial puzzle. So there is going to be combats. Probably every combat we're going to try. Do I get 3? Do I get 3? Let me check on that. But I think in the book it says 1 plus the number of players. Oh, in multiplayer games, when a party gains a relic from an elite or treasure room, reveal relics equal to the number of players, and then each player chooses a relic. I have not played that in multiplayer. You can take the rewards in any order. Oh, sweet. Thank you. Page 8. Yeah, reveal 1 boss relic plus 1 per player. Reveal 3 instead of playing solo. Ah, that's exciting. Thank you. Ah, nice. Okay, beautiful. Soju. We cannot gain potions, but we get an extra money every turn. We're not grabbing this. That feels bad. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. Since we can take it in any order, I'm taking Storm of Steel before I do any more analysis on this. Discarding any number of cards, gain 1 shift for each card discarded. So that's gonna be just 1 for potentially a lot of damage. So we're gonna take that as our card reward. Now, because we can take them in any order, let's just finish that. Okay, so not this. I like Soju a lot more in the board game than a PC game, since very few enemies actually give potions. That's really good insight, because I hate it in the video game. I feel like potions are so good in the video game. So yeah, but I think we've gotten like 2 potions. So yeah, that seems pretty good. Black blood at the end of combat, healing 2. So if we are able to combine that with the Centennial puzzle, if we lose health, then we can draw 3 cards, and then like we don't have that negative because we get to heal 2. I feel like black blood is better in the board game as well, just because, I don't know. If we don't take black blood, we can continue to block. We're doing a fairly decent job with blocking. Though we did just take Storm of Steel, which is not a block card. You can check 4 times. The top 3 cards don't have to take 1. It's great to search for a specific card. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm feeling like the extra energy is going to be good, right? Because the extra energy... The extra energy every turn could be me playing 1 block. If I do that 3 times, it outpaces black blood. Right? Because black blood's going to effectively be playing 2 blocks over the course of the combat. Soju gives me flexibility, but it also allows me to play a additional block every single turn, which means that I think Soju is actually going to prevent more damage in the long run. Not getting potions is a setback, but I don't know if it's that. I think I'm gonna go Soju here because I think we'll be able to just. And then I like energy relics when I have acrobatics in the hand because it just helps fix that. Let's go Soju. We'll heal later. And that is Act 2. We made it into Act 3, and now I am terrified as to what is coming. Woo! So Act 3. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8. We're at 18 cards in the deck, which is not too bad. Especially with a card draw kind of relic. We have adrenaline and we have acrobatics. So like we have a lot of card draws. So I'm feeling fairly happy with the deck size. I don't know if there's anything that I would take. I'm trying to think if there I would definitely take. I'm actually just gonna look because I haven't even seen it, but I definitely take footwork. Yeah, they don't have the. If you discard this card, you get like an energy or draw 2 cards. That's a little sad. I like those cards, but there you go. Happy with our relic lineup. Yeah, that's awesome. Really happy that you helped me see that, Ian. That I can look at an additional card or additional boss relic. So that's really cool. It's like we're gonna probably be playing this next Thursday. Do you want the extra stuff put in? Do you have extra stuff put in the decks yet? I don't think so. The extra stuff, but I don't know. Are you talking about like everything that's in like the don't open this pack yet? Oh, is that where they are? I gotcha. Yeah, because you unlock cards. Yep. Okay, yeah, because you unlock cards as you level up in the video game. I didn't even think that was about that here. Okay, cool. Okay, well, that's good to know. Because I was a little sad that we didn't get that, but it sounds like we do. Nice. Sweet. Okay, yeah. So I think we're gonna do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday stream next week. We'll go Champions, Lord of the Rings, Slay the Spire on Thursday. I have some folks over on Friday, so I'm not gonna be able to stream on Friday. But yeah, so we have that coming up next week. I will post that finalized schedule on my YouTube community page on Sunday at some point, so we can make sure that all of that lines up. And no, I actually may not stream on Monday. It may be a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because my dishwasher shenanigan stuff is supposed to be resolved on Monday, and I don't quite know exactly the time. So maybe Monday. It may be a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday stream, but thanks all for hanging out. I'm having a ton of fun with Slay the Spire. Such a good game. Good stuff. And some nail biters there going through that final elite and the collector. Oof. Sweet. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope everyone has a just wonderful weekend. If you're playing board or video games, I hope you have a great time. And we will see you early next week, whether that be Monday or Tuesday. I'll let you know on Sunday. Awesome. Peace. Bye.